Folks have 5 minutes to address council. You can address on any item that you would like, and you'll have 5 minutes. Talk right up in front of the podium. So please take the podium, state your name and address.
Kim Koenigs, Osage, Iowa. Carrie and Ryan couldn't be here today, but they wanted me to express their gratitude just for your proclamation, what you're doing, and just the awareness, because that's one of our biggest things that we're trying to do with Koenigs Law. Not only make the fines more severe, but to educate people. So keep an eye on us at KoenigsLaw.com, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Koenig. Anybody else? Mr. Yashevsky.
My name is Jose Berrigan, and what I
put the microphone down.
All right, certainly. My name is Jose Berrigan. I'm from 49 Sunny Circle, and this is my intention in mind only, and for civility and friendship. Okay. First off, congratulations for amending the Geranium Proclamation, and which is a good start to fluffing up Bison City and at least doing some mayoral duties. It's a little humor there. Mayor, council members, does a proclamation of extending the hand that says hello. This order or a thing could set a precedent for the governor's Healthy State Initiative, and Governor Branstad has made a healthiest state in the nation state, and I think we as Iowans can do it. Addressing lifestyle changes could allow us as much as $60 million in healthcare expense, and as we know that we're being hit by the county by a lot of cuts, so it could help us out. And other factors that would include is plant-based diets, physical activity, workplace wellness, healthy workplace, and emotional health, all having a sense of purpose in our life, living here in Bison City, Iowa. But we need to apply and for the monies that has been set aside for a healthy and or unhealthy city in Iowa to become a healthy and more inviting community. And therefrom increasing our population and getting prepared for a meat kill processing plant. That council person, Mr. Weaver, has discussed with me. I think it's a great idea. Mason City has been known for it and can return to it if we change our attitude to a healthy city, inviting all races by extending our hand to say hello and welcome, respectfully. Oh, I'd like to say thank you, give this opportunity, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for some of the friendships that I've met at the library here, and that support some of the things I've talked about, and it's a great, it was a great investment that the library. I want to say thanks because it's a great place to go. From this, a people's clinic hospital is needed to give citizens a choice in health care, in hospital services. In Mason City, as in the past, we had a choice: Park Clinic or Mercy. Now there is no choice, and to me, really, it's almost borderline being a monopoly. And how about Abbott Northwestern Hospital? We have plenty of land out on the south end corridor and with excellent access. I talked with the economic director about that, and he says, come in and we'll talk. So it's something that I think as a community. And I talked with a business professional today, and he says, well, yeah, this is one thing that I didn't know if I wanted to bring up, but he says, well, you got to, because that's how it all starts with dialogue. And for us to go out and being able to go to one hospital, and that's where I go, and that's it, it gives us no other place to go. So I can't point the finger and say, yeah, it's a monopoly, but I think having a start of another small clinic or hospital that we can at least go to, and maybe it could be competition is good, because we'll bring the cost down, maybe at a different hospital. And then, of course, right now, there's no place for people, the poor, the elderly, to go for Iowa care. We have to go all the way to Clarksville, and right now, Saragordo County has been changed to go to Fort Dodge, and that's another 15 miles. So it's kind of hard for the less privileged and the poor to get rides, because the only rides they're going to give us is to Iowa City. So the reason why I know that is because I'm part of that, and that's why I'm coming up and saying something, because, you know, we need at least Mercy Hospital to at least take Iowa care. They're supposed to be nonprofit, St. Joseph back. So, I mean, if they're nonprofit, why don't they take Iowa care? You know, I think they should, you know, or else just bring a clinic that can take Iowa care. Because, you know, it's kind of sad, because I'm there now, and you know, I talked to the chief of police about trying to get texting as a primary offense, because, you know, until it hits you, will you really say, yeah, you're right? Because I got rear-ended by a texter. You know, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Mr. Bison.
I'm Jerry Bison, 1311 South Delaware here in Mission City. My concern is for the multi-purpose building. I just want to jump ahead and say that the funding has been taken care of. We'll go to that point. My problem is how long is it going to take to get this building built once the funding has been approved? Also, the arena that we have now is 28 years old. The normal life for an arena is 20 years. Now, if they have to put in a new ice floor out there at $1 million, what is that going to do for them coming to a place that the city would build? Would they stay out there, or would they come in here? And as you would know, that the Mason City Youth Hockey and the high school and the figure skaters are the biggest group out there that uses it. And so my concern is not for getting it built, but that we do it, and because I'm in favor of it, and that we have it done before they have a problem out there with their ice service. Thank you.
Any response? What else? Mr. Gilbert.
David Gobert, 1715 Hillcrest Drive. Very impressed tonight. Awesome job. I went to the school board meeting last night. It's tax time for all of us. And it's kind of interesting to me how they manage their money as you all manage our money here in town. They got like 550 employees. Mason City's got 28,000 people, plus all of the amenities that we support. But the school board gets almost 50% of our taxes. They get 47%. The city gets 32%. I think it should be reversed the other way, because they have no financial problem at school at all. Then I have my other issue being that I'm going to be pursuing with all of you and with the city, and if it takes a petition. And that's, we have no state representation through the media. KIMT kind of draws a line down here by Clarion, and the rest of the state is isolated from us. I'm very interested to know what's happening in the state. I could care less about Minnesota being in a deficit, and with all the problems that they've got up there. I would like more information about my state. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Who else? One opportunity to speak.
On a different issue?
Evans. Seeing none, we're adjourned.
I'll go up.
Okay.
Are you gonna let him speak again?
No.
You're not gonna? No. Quick, tell me, I'll say. Max Reba, 31720. I just need a correction tonight, Brent. You said tonight that, well, we couldn't use community development, third floor, because the employee was on vacation. You know what, that's not, I want to clarify, it's not true. Number one, I talked to Mr. Ron Minor, Steve's father, 10 years ago, about they're going to make changes eventually and have to do some stuff and vacating the alley. So that's right there tells you the issue's been around a long, long time. Two, I think Mr. Steve Minor might have came forward 2 years ago, year and a half ago, and probably spoke with third floor. So, those are all true things. Those are all true statements. So my concern would be this. If we're not going to use community development, let's get rid of it. They certainly should have been part of this package. They should have been leading the charge. After all, we're the ones who have to give what we're giving. And I have talked to the corridor representatives. They didn't know any idea that there was a package being put together with Harley Davidson from that group. So I want to just stress what Councilman Marshall said earlier. Where's the policy? I spoke of it 2 weeks ago up here at the microphone, where some of you thought I was letting a cat out of the bag. Well, it was all over town about the development agreement. It was nothing new. I didn't let anything out. Everybody that I talked to knew about it. Why do you think I found out about it? I wasn't at any of the meetings. But somebody promoted Mr. Willett to go do the deal. That deal should have probably been struck, like you said, Brent, come to City Hall and do your thing, sit down. And I think they did months and months ago. We could have continued that, even though somebody might have been gone for 2-3 weeks. I know time's of the essence and everything's always critical when it gets to this juncture. But somebody made a good point about the Honda dealership. I would venture to guess they just spent at least $250,000 on their new building right next door to them. Well, it's probably not too late. Why don't we just run over there and see if they want a tax abatement? Or do they want some help? Or what about CHOP and 11? That group spent, what, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 downtown and didn't ask for a penny. Well, I know Mr. Willett saw and Bill and everybody knew what was going on there. Why didn't he run over there and say, hey, what can I do? How can I help you? No policy, see? This is not good. This is not healthy for the community. You should have a policy. But I don't want you to say that we couldn't work with community development third floor because somebody was on vacation for 3 weeks. This development's been kicking around for, first I heard of it 10 years ago, talk of it 5 years ago, talk of it 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. This wasn't something that just hatched here on Eric Bookmeyer's watch. Please, something needs to be done here. Thank you.